Well, good evening. I just wanted to take a little time. I know it's dark in the car here. It's evening on the East Coast, and I got my good friend Anthony Tort here with me, and we are back from a training that we went to in North Jersey today with our CEO, Holton Bugs, and what a day it was. I tell you, it was just great being with our CEO. Keep in mind, he at one time was $1 million a month earner in this business, and he's just a visionary, and just, you almost wait on every word that he says as he speaks. And we had some training, we had some opportunity to hear from some other people in the business that are doing well, and then at the end, and we'll get to it in a little bit, we heard a surprise announcement that really is going to shake up the network marketing industry if it hasn't in the first couple hours already. So, but we're just going to talk back and forth. There's Anthony right there.
How's everybody doing?
Even darker than me, but
there's some light.
I think you'll be able to kind of work through this, and hopefully, just listen to some of the things that we'll have to say tonight, and kind of give you some encouragement about how we can help you, either as a customer or a customer getter at Ibummerang. So, Anthony, what was your impression of today, and give me maybe some highlights of maybe what you got from the whole day?
I think the biggest thing I took away, and I guess I'm speaking more to people who have seen something about this. If you haven't heard of Ibummerang, just go on Chris Gregas' wall. He's been doing lives about it, and I'm sure he lays out a lot about the opportunity, and even just as a customer, how to just get a free boomerang, travel for less. So I'll let you go back and do that, but I really want to kind of share with someone who's been kind of following you, maybe sitting on the fence and thinking about, should I do this? And that's really what I get out of it, was belief level.
Yeah.
I think anybody who was there walked away with the idea that there's a huge belief level that something major is happening inside of this company to offer really an opportunity for the average person. Like, definitely, if you're a big income earner in another company, or you've been in an opportunity, there's definitely probably one of the biggest opportunities you'll ever see. But what Chris and I have really been looking for is just something for everyday people to add 1,000, 2,000, and then perhaps maybe even eventually replace their income. But that's what I saw, was just the belief that this company is so committed to delivering on their promise of doing something different inside of an industry that has really been the same for the last 60 years. But bringing it into my world, I've been in this industry for 20 years, and it's the first time that I've had something that had a total different look and feel than anything else I've been in.
Yeah, that's great. And I you know what, I amen that. One of the things that I got today from the training was, just the fact that this company has a plan, and what we see now is not even close to what's going to take place. In network marketing, I was mentioning this earlier to Anthony, when you're involved in network marketing, it's really unlike any other animal that you face, and that is that when you first start off, you're doing a lot of work for a little amount of money. But what it affords you, if you stay consistent and you continue to work and you continue to hone your skills, sharpen your axe, as it were, one of the things that you find in a few years is, whereas when you first started, right, Anthony, when you first started, you're doing all this work and making just a little bit of money, and that's where most people quit, right?
Right.
They start at 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, they're not making a lot of money, and they say, forget this, I'm out, And maybe some of you have had that experience where you just never made any money in what you did, so you were like, well, network marketing doesn't work. Well, network marketing works. It's just a matter of maybe things, just didn't fall into place, or you didn't stay as consistent, or you didn't do the work. I know that's my testimony in the past of some of these businesses I've been in, and I'm sure Anthony can say the same thing. So whereas before, when you first start, you're doing all this work, not making a whole lot of money, if you keep planting wheat, then later the script is flipped, where you're making quite a bit of money. And by the way, quite a bit of money, right, for some of you is $2,000 extra a month. I mean, think about what $2,000 a month, Anthony, would do for most of our incomes that are listening to this.
And you and I were talking about it. At one point, I was in a situation where I was making residually. That means I was earning an income without any longer doing the work.
Yeah.
And that's residual income. It's kind of the same income you'd make off an investment. Now, I was making $1,000 a month. Now, in this industry, you hear about these big numbers, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. We've even heard today where there was somebody in our company who's already made $1 million, and that is incredible. But that's what excites me, is what the average person could do with $1,000 a month coming in regularly, or $2,000 a month coming in regularly, that they no longer had to go to work for.
Yeah.
They didn't have to clock in, clock out. But, you know, again, speaking to the people who have maybe been following you, have been watching this, that's going to be your biggest hurdle, is carving out a portion of your time, a portion of your investment to start this. And in the beginning, when you have a business, you're not going to get paid right away. That's just how it is. Now, if you sell something, sign somebody up, have some money-making activity the first week, then certainly you're going to get paid. But that's the biggest hurdle. So if you can get over that, and you can see the big picture, and I'll just tell you that the big picture for this is really simple. For the first time, you're not going to be selling anything, actually. You're going to be able to just comfortably carve out an hour a day or so, or whatever it is, and just begin to give out free access to discounts on travel. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to travel. And so that's all you need to do. And then over time, people will begin to travel, and you'll actually begin to earn an income from that.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people, when they think of network marketing or something like this, that they have to build a team of people. Well, for the first time, you don't, to earn an income. That's one thing.
Yeah.
The second thing, though, is think about the idea of introducing this to other people, because they too can earn an income off of offering discounts to people. Well, that makes it easier for you to share it, wouldn't you think? So that's really what excites me, is that they're doing something different, where the customer can stay for free for the rest of their life. You can earn income from that customer, not from buying something at a higher price, but actually buying something that they already purchased, travel, and getting it for significantly less.
That's good.
So that's what excites me.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, as we've said in previous times we've talked together, that Ibummerang is a technology company that leads with travel. Okay? We're adding more things. We're adding a rideshare program that's going to rival Uber and Lyft. We're adding Boom Mobile. We're going to add a number of things. And we're really trying to become the Amazon of the network marketing industry, giving away free apps to people, and so they can basically have a one-stop shop. But keep in mind that we're not going to make this difficult, right? I've said my biggest challenge, Anthony, for me, and I'm sure you feel the same way, is people saying, "Is that it?"
Right.
Like, is there a catch to what you're saying? And remember, it's 3 steps. 3 steps to Ibummerang. Number 1, we give away a free travel code, which is an exclusive membership that many people pay $10,000 for. Okay? And then we wait for them to use the travel code, to activate it, use it, and then when they use it, whatever they save, not what you spend, whatever you save, we make 50% on that. That's the business. Okay? And people will say to me, well, there's got to be something else. No, there is nothing else. That's it, right? We hand out free codes. You take the trip. I get paid. Okay? It's as simple as that.
Well, also, another thing I was thinking about, that here we are on Facebook, right? The average Facebook user has 300 friends.
Yeah.
So imagine the simplicity of saving all 300 friends, saving them money, on things they buy every day.
Yeah.
Number one being travel, but then as they add ride share, mobile phone, and then just a plethora of services, products, the difference is you're sharing this with your network and they're actually saving money. That's the huge difference. But I think what we wanted to do is get on this live and also share the energy of this event we went to.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
you know, what I'd like to do is just kind of tell you this, is I have been around this industry for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I've not seen the type of energy that I've seen today.
Wow.
And here's why. Because there were people here, specifically one person, that literally left a $2 million a year income to partner up with this opportunity. All right. So this is very common in this company. I'm seeing this all the time, where people are coming out of the woodwork who for 5 years, 10 years, whatever, have been building with other companies, and just, they've been like most of us, they've been waiting to see something different in the industry.
Yeah.
And I'll just tell you one of the things specifically, is that our industry is built on mainly products. There are some services and so forth, but a lot of these products nowadays you can get at Amazon for less, same quality and so forth. So it's becoming more difficult to build a product-based business like that.
Yeah.
So what's happening is these top leaders are coming over and they're seeing something new. But again, so there was a gentleman there, his name, could share his name?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
His name was Johnny Wimbery. All right, so here's a guy who was earning $2 million a year, and he literally did a Facebook Live and for the first time announced that he was now coming over to Ibummerang. But it was one of those moments where you saw somebody with a belief level that was bigger than anything you'd ever seen. He pushed all his chips into the middle of the table,
Yep.
left what he was doing to do this. So they see, you know, and now I'll speak to the big business builders, right? So if you're somebody who's built businesses or you've dreamed about having a huge business, you know, currently the largest business in our industries is about $12 billion a year, right? So up until now, there's nobody who's been able to crack that.
No.
But yet, in America, we have $100 billion a year companies, whether it be like Starbucks or Uber or Amazon, of course. So this company is the first company that has a model that really can begin to talk about numbers even much bigger than that. So what I'm hearing from this company is $50 to $100 billion a year company.
Amazing.
And one of the reasons I believe they can do it is because they're delivering inside of an $8 trillion industry.
Yep.
A lot of these companies are sharing a pie that is even much smaller than that, and there's many more companies. So when you talk about the first company, and this is the other thing that's very intriguing and should be of interest to you if you're a business person, is the first mover's advantage, right? We're the first company, and listen closely to this if you're intrigued with travel being an $8 trillion industry, is we are literally the first company to pay income to a network from the actual travel industry.
Wow.
Let me just explain what I mean. There's other companies out there that they only pay based on the membership that people pay.
Yeah.
And they charge customers and business people alike for a monthly fee to access travel savings. We're the first company to allow the customer to pay nothing.
Yeah.
But then also to literally pay from that $8 trillion pie was not really being shared. You didn't get paid from the travel, the purchase of travel. You got paid from the membership.
Yeah.
So that's why this is exciting, because you can talk about $100 billion. If you're inside of an $8 trillion pie,
Small.
and you're dispersing or redirecting a portion of that back to a network, you can definitely talk about a $100 billion company.
It's powerful.
It's going to be big.
Yeah. Well, we're going to kind of lock up here, and just wanted to just encourage you that if you've been looking at Ibummerang either as a customer, 10 to 35% off savings, Why wouldn't you do it? I've mentioned before, if you're married to Expedia or your cousin is running Trivago, that's fine. You get a pass. But other than that, helping out, someone who's looking to help others is really the way to go. And, I've mentioned before that, these savings are real. I had a lady yesterday, and I'll finish with this. I had a lady yesterday say that, she's a whiz when it comes to savings on the internet. And I said, well, quite frankly, I am too. And, but I can tell you right now, whatever I've saved over the years was a fluke compared to what we have here. And quite a bit of the savings that we have they're not even in the same category. They're in another zip code, when it comes to travel. So, I'd love you to become a customer. Also, if you're interested in making extra income, I always ask people, are you interested in making extra income outside of what you're doing? And if the answer is yes, then Ibummerang's the place to look. And we certainly can give you the information you need to make an educated guess. But you know what? The definition of insanity is what? What's the definition of insanity,
Doing the
Anthony?
same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
Yep. And I realized in July, if I didn't start now, I'll never get started. And I'm so glad I did, and I know Anthony is as well. So we want to thank you for listening tonight at our exuberance and excitement from coming from this training. But don't lose fact that the truth of the matter is we're here to help you meet your goals, save money, take 2 trips instead of 1 trip a year for your family because you're saving, and be able to help a whole lot of people.
And if I could just jump in
Absolutely.
and just say one last thing is, we've shared a lot of exciting things, big vision, all this kind of stuff. But at the very least, I want to make sure I separate the idea that just if you want to become a customer, all that simply means is you can get free access to a travel savings portal for yourself. So if the income's not for you, the business isn't for you, you just go ahead and send Chris an inbox or a message, and he'll shoot you a code, and then you can just sign up for free.
Great.
All right.
Thank you. Well, listen, have a great evening, and until we speak again, I'll talk to you then.